Hello, glad to have you here. My TV set is right behind me. I just got done doing some work back there. Well, I will say this morning before I left. Anyway, today we're going to talk about, are you talking to yourself? And what might you be saying to yourself? And it's not really like people used to say, "Oh, he's talking to himself, he's crazy." It's really important that we get in touch with ourself and know what we're hearing and know what we're saying to ourselves, because sometimes, even though we may not be saying it out loud, it actually affects us, and it can affect us in a good way or in a bad way, depending on what we're saying to ourselves. And so I see this as really important in building your business online, in building any business online. And I have notes here, and I I mean, just this is just slapped me in the face today when I went to the doctor. I've been in a lot of pain for a little over a week, and I've been very stressed dealing with some stuff. So, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have to go see somebody because I can't tolerate the pain anymore. But anyway, before I get into that, let me just go on and settle down, because I just ran in the house and tried to get here so I could get my, be available and do my live for you to share this information, because I don't want you to end up like me. Um, I'm getting better, but this is another something that just knocked me off, my stand. And so I'm getting back up again, and that's okay. It's okay we get knocked down and we learn a lesson. It's okay that stuff happens and we learn a lesson. We will always do that. But so as you're coming on, as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about this topic, and if you think that it may not really have anything to do with you, or if you think it doesn't have anything to do with you and building a business online, um, you don't think it has anything to do with anything at all. It might be too much that foo foo woo woo stuff that I hear some people say. And that's okay, because we're all different and we all have things that, we pick up and learn and grow from and take action on. So, it may not hit you until, it hits you like way down the way. Like, for some reason, I knew that certain things were really powerful, but words are very, very powerful. And what we say to ourselves may be so powerful that you don't realize the damage or injury or upset that you're causing to yourself. And by the same token, if you're speaking good things to yourself and you feel elated and you feel empowered and you feel lifted, you feel like you could go out and conquer the world, it's probably because of the things that you're saying to yourself, and your beliefs, and it's just your thoughts, and all those things are important. So before I get any further into this, let me introduce myself to those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. That is what I mainly do. And I do that with using attraction marketing, I use lead generation, and I use video marketing, as well as giving updated, modern, and trending strategies and tips. That is how I help people, the people that I want to serve, the people that I want to help. That is something that, came to me when I was out there and trying to figure it out on my own and wasn't getting anywhere. And, invested in myself and, got into a mentorship program. And that has truly helped me a lot. So, what I wanna do in turn is turn around and teach you or help you to learn or, take in the information, and I like to do it in a conversational, type way, and because 'cause I'm not trying to, you know, beam anything into you or push you or anything. I just wanna share with you the things that I'm finding out, and, some things I'm finding out physically myself, not living through others' experiences, some of the things that I've, listened to from my mentors and other team members and what have you. So just think about it and put it in the drop it in the chat. What do you hear yourself saying to yourself? Are you encouraging yourself? Are you saying nothing? And if you're saying nothing and you're having a tough time, maybe it would be okay for you to say, I am going to be okay. Today is going to be an awesome day, regardless of, anything that happens. I'm still going to have an awesome day and it's going to be, productive and so on and so on, whatever it is that you want to say. A lot of people go around with negative things in their head. They're upset, they're frustrated, they don't really know, they're not really real aware. And that's why I talked about self awareness yesterday. It's important to be aware of what's going on in your head. What are your thoughts telling you? What are your thoughts happening? Because thoughts become things, and it's so important to recognize that. And especially in this day and age when we're all online and people are really in need of um you know personal connections and personal, people being real, people being human beings, people being, caring and concerned and wanting to help and lifting each other up, empowering each other. Those are just some such important things on top of, educating and, helping someone to grow in, knowledge. And that's always a good thing. But I just wanna give you a little story, of and I'm not gonna go into any great detail because I don't want, the other person to hear this on, line. So, I've been dealing with something, it's a family thing, um, and, um, and I didn't realize how badly it was affecting me. I started having some pain in my shoulder, like the pain that I normally have from my disability with my knees and my back. I've been taking the supplements and the pain has, gotten to where it's hardly there if it's there at all. But this pain wouldn't go away. And it was just in my shoulder and it just would not go away. It went from my shoulder to my neck. And then I started trying to lay different, in the bed and trying to do different things to make it better and yada, yada. So, I'm going on along about my business, still in this big stressful thing that I'm dealing with. And then last week, I remember saying something to someone about sciatica. I looked it up for them. And because as a nurse, I don't want to diagnose or, try to treat anything, unless I'm being told to do by a physician. So, what I do a lot of times when people ask questions, instead of saying, I would this or I say do this, I go to Google and Google it and then I give them what that is, from Google, and I put it in, the comment section for them, tell them I found it in Google, and I hope this helps. So, as usual, not really thinking about myself and not really, in tune to what I was going through. I mean, I know what I was going through. I knew it was stressful. I knew I was, but I just had no real idea of the effect that it had on me. So anyway, as I was saying, I started having this pain in my leg after I talked to somebody about their sciatica. And and like I said, I pulled it up out of there. I didn't just start saying, "Well, you probably have sciatica." But no, no, no. I'm not going to get sued by anybody for that kind of stuff for being a registered nurse because I know what my limitations are and I know what we're not allowed to do. So anyway, I'm thinking after that, I'm like, "Oh, come on, don't tell me now I have sciatica. Why am I having this pain coming down my leg?" Oh man, I'm like, and the pain just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And so finally, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go see a doctor. And I don't really take pain pills. I used to take ibuprofen and stuff like that, but I'm more into being natural and a naturopath type person, trying to get better, healthier in that way. So the pain got worse. So I finally went to see a chiropractor that I've known for years and years and years, even when my kids were younger, little actually. And she did, her whole thing to test me out. And it turns out that I don't have sciatica. It turns out that I have a bunch of stuff in here and in here that is causing this pain in my leg. And she found that it's not sciatica. It is some type of spasm that is like my whole length of my thigh, even up into my hip or my buttock on that side. She asked me some questions, and the questions she asked me, I reacted to them and found out that when she finally said, "I've done everything, everything is, leveled out, everything is as it should be, but you are dealing with something that's, very, very," and she asked me what I was dealing with, and I had told her, and I said, "Well, it's very hurtful, it's very painful." I said, felt my heart breaking, but then I felt like I was getting better, and I was just not going to deal with that, and just keep going, we keep going, we keep moving. So, I've got a business to run, and grow and learn and continue to give value to. So, I'm thinking about those types of things. And she said that I needed to do something because this leg was going to get worse. The spasm was going to get worse. My leg has been in spasm. I haven't been able to sleep. I've been going through all these changes, but what I'm just and all I want you to take from this is there are probably things that because I'm trying to concentrate on other things, there are probably thoughts going through my head that I'm not really catching. Things that I'm not really catching that are causing my body to scream out in pain in different ways. So there's no more pain here, but now I got this huge spasm, which I can hardly walk. So it's just so important. And if you can do this for yourself, be aware of yourself and what your thoughts are and what's going on with you. Be aware of your feelings and your opinions. And that's why it's not good to try to be somebody else. Be who you are. Because, when you try to hide that person or not show who you really are because you think you're not good enough and you want to do better, then, you know, it just doesn't work. I mean, I am living proof and I am in so much pain, have been in pain, have not been able to really sleep through the night. I've just been going through a lot of stuff and I had no idea that it would show up in my leg to where I can hardly walk. And the pain is so severe that I can hardly sleep. So just take, um, for me, it's so important to you, your life, your business, to be aware of what's going on in your head, be aware of what your thoughts are, be aware of what you may be saying to yourself that might be negative, and be aware of, you know, what feelings are going on and let them come out. Be able to talk about them or, I have someone that I talk to. I have a therapist. And hopefully we can we missed each other for a couple of weeks, so I'm hoping that today I get to really talk to him because this is really bad. And so I'm just glad I did have something at home that I could take and So I'm hoping that this gives you something to think about. I'm hoping that you do get some nuggets from that it's important to be self aware. It's important to be aware of your thoughts and your feelings and not let them have to come out in different areas of your body like a rash or something really painful. um, take care of yourself. And I don't want to keep this going, but take care of yourself, and if you take care of yourself, then you will flourish, your business will flourish, your life will flourish. It's just important that we do that. A lot of us don't take care of ourselves. And I have issues with self-care, but I'm working on that. I'm changing that. I know that it's a challenge for me, but I'm changing it because I have to do better. I have to take better care of myself than I have been and stop caring about everyone else, but not me. So I need to care about me. So that is it. I hope that this was a good end to a week that we've talked about mindset, we've talked about self awareness, and now about what might you be saying to yourself and what things are starting to show up, rashes, pain, different things showing up that wouldn't normally be there. And you're like, well, what, I didn't hit anything. I didn't fall. I don't understand. So just be aware and take care no matter where you are in the world. Just have a good rest of your day. And I'll still be around. I'll be making comments and posts and that kind of stuff. But this is my last live during the week. I go live Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So I will see you again on Tuesday. So talk soon. Bye now.